Yesterday, in a fish and chip shop in Cork, a man announced, "I am here for some fish. I forgot it is a fast day, being Good Friday." A young boy, standing alongside his mother, asked her, "What is Good Friday?" The mother replied, "It is the Friday before Easter Sunday," and then told the shop assistant, "I didn't realize it's Good Friday. I'm not religious." The Holy Saturday Vigil takes the time to answer the boy's question. The answer goes something like this. For 13.7 billion years, God's self-communication has been radiating towards Earth and eventually on Earth as life evolved into greater and greater complexity. Earth was born 4.5 billion years ago, an offspring of the Sun. Put simply, since time began, the Holy One has been radiating light towards Earth in one continuous act of grace. The uniquely talented theologian Karl Rahner calls this grace God's self-communication, an outpouring of the very being of God that not only permeates but maintains our life. About 4 million years ago, a small mammal stood erect for the first time. About 100,000 years ago, this new species developed the capacity for language, the ability to communicate in symbols. Before long, the new species made the connection that there was something bigger than themselves. Our religious tradition is rooted in our own species' ability to use language to reflect upon experience and grasp intuitively that we're not alone, that there is a gracious power or energy that is at the heart of all life. Our Hebrew scriptures can be summed up as the story of how a group from the human species discovered that this gracious energy wants to be in relationship with them. Over and over again, the Hebrew people grappled with who God was and how divine grace was to be lived out in a conscious way. Sometimes the image of God during this stage of human development seemed very much like an unpredictable force of nature. The Creator hovered and brooded over her creatures like a mother. Yahweh was sometimes angry and vengeful and violent. The Divine Spirit, manifesting as a guiding presence, accompanied them in the desert. Psalmists sang to the glory and majesty of a God who could smite enemies and comfort the afflicted. All the while, the consciousness of the people of God grew as they grappled with who they were in relationship to the God who was self-communicating and self-revealing in a way they could comprehend. A critical movement in the evolving understanding of God came in the person of Jesus of Nazareth. This first century Palestinian Jew changed everything for us. He is the incarnation, which means God in flesh, the definite revelation upon which Christianity rests. He is fully human, not God disguised as human. Just like sunlight, God's grace has always been radiating towards earth. With Jesus comes the breakthrough moment. Through Jesus and his interaction with the Holy One, light breaks through into life in a way never before experienced. Jesus is able to absorb the gracious radiance of God in a fashion that transforms those in his midst who are ready to receive the breakthrough event. Jesus is an evolutionary step forward in the development of humankind, an extraordinary development that changes all subsequent life on earth. Jesus was able to capture the light of the Holy One in a way that transforms us all. His openness to the light allowed us to encounter God's radiance in a new manner. His fidelity to the light shows us how to live and die so that our lives are transformed here, now. He engaged death with every bit of consciousness and freedom that were his. And what we all discovered as a result is that death, while inevitable, while altering our dreams and causing us to let go of everything, does not have the final word. There is always, always resurrection. As we ordinary folk continue to evolve in consciousness, continue to emerge as more and more capable lovers, we share in the resurrection of Christ. We not only walk in the light, we become light for others. I am sure that the boy in the chip shop might reply, "That's a long answer. Happy Easter. Amen."